Hey everybody! Welcome to my new Let's Play for Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock. We still don't know the secrets of why. I'm gonna turn the volume down actually a little bit. There we go, I can hear myself again. The mystery of why NVIDIA hates this game because it's so old, that's why. I guess it's not really a mystery. Before we begin, let me make sure the settings are right. Good. Alright, now let's kick off. Junior mode.
The year 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that waits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
Hooray, it's 1930! I'm a big fan of the past. Why? Well, to me, the nostalgia of the old days just outweighs my curiosity for finding out what the future holds. So if I was gonna get a time machine and go somewhere, it'd probably be the 30s. Or maybe the 20s. Booming 20s?
Well, hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
That's right. Are you Emily's guardian?
You got it. I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch. Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
She didn't?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Is she all right?
Well, now, that's hard to say. She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
Emily's father?
Died in the war. Cantigny, I think. Anyway, I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
You make it sound like she's in some kind of trouble.
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bearcat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Isn't that what Dora does? No. We're gonna not do that, because I want to call Carson Drew. Whoop! No, we're gonna slam the door in our face. I want to call... Oh yeah, money exists in this game. You start with $3.50, and that's not enough to win.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
I got your message. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine. I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare.
So many rules.
And then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
I wanted to call you first.
You've done your daughterly duty. Now go see Emily. And after that...
I know. Pick up those documents.
That's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Keep in touch.
We will, as we have money to do that at least. Anyway, now we can go talk to Emily. Yay. And she's right here.
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
Well, thank you.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor. A big favor. You and your dad.
What kind of favor?
Shh.
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
This is 1930. Lots of people have safes.
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it
they're
in my
nice.
room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
What about your guardian? Can't she take care of it?
Oh, I don't want her to know I'm doing this, so don't tell her, all right? See, strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me. What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Come on, we better get out of here.
This is horrible, just horrible. The fire chief says the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
Sad. What about insurance, though?
Will insurance cover the damage?
I asked the fire chief the same thing. He said there could be a problem.
What kind of problem?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
Who was in the kitchen this morning?
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset. But it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Emily?
My mother's jewelry. It's gone. Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
You mean this sort of thing has happened before?
Yes. No. I'd rather not say, but I will say this. I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove, and without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn, and if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Oh.
Maybe he didn't leave you anything because he didn't have anything.
Oh, he didn't act like it, but he was rich. His estate was worth almost $250,000. Everything went to Richard Topham. He's this man who claims to be able to help people develop their paranormal powers.
How did Josiah Crowley know him?
Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
All right, where's Richie now?
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same time by two brothers during the Civil War.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
Not one of your favorite people, huh?
Oh no, Mr. Archer's very nice. I mean, for a stuffy old banker. I'm just so bad at business things. And Jane, my guardian, she tries hard, but she's no good at it either. Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
Sure.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
How many people knew you kept
Wow,
your
you can
mother's
call and tell him that,
jewelry
but you can't
in
do
here?
the business?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew, but I didn't tell anyone else.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
I know. Can we snoop? Nope. We can just look at a close-up of the drawer. And play music? No, play music. No! That's the song from Blackmore Manor. No! No! No memories of that. It's a fun little book. Lots of poems and oldish drawings. Also reminded me of Blackmore, so leave! And let's see, anything else in here we can sew?
Is this your sewing machine?
Actually, that belonged to my mom. She and Jane used to be dressmakers. Mom was going to teach me how to use it, but she never got the chance.
That's too bad. Anyway, enough of this depressing music. Let's actually look around the Lilac Inn for a change. If we hop over here, we have the paper. And this is important stuff. Hit the road, good place for it, blah, blah. A kind woman lives here. We saw that one outside. These things are important to remember. Yeah. And if you read the Like magazine for 10 cents, you learn about this clever horse. Why do I feel like I remember we need to remember his name? Hans. Remember the name Hans. Does Nancy remember the name Hans? Yes. That's important for later. I just want to make sure I didn't need to write it down. Nothing important over there. You have this clock over here.
Looks like I need to get the bird from one side to the other.
With your daily edition of We're Done. Rush Hour. Coco.
Wonder what this mirror's doing in here.
I don't know, but I'll take it. Make ourselves look pretty, or purty, however you're supposed to say it. Let's see what this is. A game based upon a Midnight Summer Night's Dream. Use the arrows to get the people where they belong. Play for 5 cents. And there's like one thing this game's good for. And besides that, not a thing could help you with it. Let me see. What am I supposed to do? I got it now. We go around and around it goes, and then the green will hop into place. Then let's see here. Yellow's easy, so we can worry about him later. Because this should do the trick for that. And then if we put yellow in its place, I think blue should... Maybe... Yes, blue will work too. We win. Keen! And that's it. You win. Hope it doesn't hit you on its way down. That'd be kind of funny. Oh no, it hit me on the head. Well, let's finish this episode off, as we're low on time. Nancy's not gonna acknowledge that. Oh, in here. Pies. You can move around. Don't move around, because I don't do that in time. I'm gonna call Bess and George.
Dropping it. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
Hi, could you please connect me with Bess Marvin at KL54468?
Just a second.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
George, get over here. It's Nancy Drew. So how's the Lilac Inn?
Beautiful.
Are the lilacs blooming?
Like crazy. They smell so good. It's like the air's made of perfume.
Hi, Nancy.
Is that you, George?
Ouch, that's my foot. Well, move over. But I can't hear. You move over. Then I can't hear. Look, just hold the phone like this, okay? There. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine.
It would be so nice to have two phones in this house.
We don't even have a telephone at our house. So quit griping. So Nancy, what's the scoop?
Well, I talked to Emily Crandall.
Bess was telling me that
Weird.
you don't really know her that well.
Bess and I just know her through Helen Corning.
The last time I saw her was at Helen's 15th birthday party.
I saw her last year at Helen's recital.
Hello?
Yeah.
Someone on the line? Hello?
We're on the line, Mrs. Farthingham.
Well, get off. I need to make a call.
But we just got on.
Then it should be no problem for you to get off.
Just give us one more minute, Mrs. Farthingham, please.
Oh, all right. You have 1 more minute.
Go on, Nancy. What were you saying?
Just that I...
Shh. Wait a minute, Mrs. Farthingham. Would you mind hanging up? All clear. Oh, how I wish we didn't have to share a phone line with her.
Just be grateful you have a phone, Bess.
Some jewels were stolen out of Emily's room this morning at the same time that a fire destroyed the stove in the kitchen.
Destroyed the stove? You mean they can't bake any more cherry pies?
Not for a while. Emily's worried that she may have to sell the inn.
Is that bad? I mean, she's only 17.
I think she'd like to hang on to it because her mom would have wanted her to.
I sure wouldn't want to be saddled with something like that.
Even if it meant having all the cherry pie you could eat?
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Helping run the inn is all she's ever known.
Are you girls still on the line?
We're not done talking yet.
Well, I've been patient long enough. You girls get off right now.
But we...
Right now, or the next call I make will be to your father.
We gotta go, Nancy.
That's all right. I'll call you later.
And I'll thank you not to listen in.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Farthingham. Only nosy busybodies listen in on other people's phone calls.
Yes, well, hang up and be quick about it.
Bye, Nancy.
Talk to you soon.
Rumor has it that if you call at just the right time in the game, you actually get to have a conversation with Mrs. Farthingham. I've not been lucky enough to experience that. That's it for this episode. Next time, maybe we'll bother Mrs. Farthingham, but I want to go that way. See you guys then.